In the autumn of 1965, a team drove down from Pittsburgh from the Carnegie Museum to go to Nonesuch with me to view a cave, to view bones in that cave that we could not identify. Mike Hornbeck will go with me. Before I talk about the bones, let's view two other large caves in the Nonesuch area. This is a team from the Bluegrass Grotto, Weber's Cave. That's me. Cave discovered in 1963 on Mr. Weber's tobacco farm near the site of Mount Edwin School. That's a water pump that Mr. Weber pumps water up to his house. In 1909, my mom was in the third grade at that school. At that time, there were 42 schools in Woodford County. Each student was in walking distance of the school, admittedly a long walk perhaps. She told me if I got down on my knees, I could crawl into the entrance into that cave. And I did that. I crawled several hundred feet into this large hallway with delicate formations that I hope no one's ever touched down. Beautiful drapes, completely untouched. Brimstone pools, delicate formations. Our grotto wrote up a story about Weber's Cave, documented over 5,000 feet of passages. Documented at the end of the cave were tin cans, clearly indicating that we were beneath a sinkhole. And we understand now that sinkhole has fallen in and there is a back way to get into this cave. Weber's Cave is a safe cave, horizontal, nothing to fall into. The other cave near Nonesuch is different, a very dangerous cave, and the name of it has been redacted. Here, you could not crawl in on your knees. You had to belly crawl for about 300 feet. It would be totally washed out. Sometimes maybe with only 3 or 4 inches of water, we'd keep our head above the water. When we got back into the cave, it would open up bigger, but still very wet. Lots of dangerous places, cracks in the floor to fall through, hidden by the water. Again, very wet. But as we went back into it, and we came in the cave maybe 5 or 6 times, it became drier. It became so dry that it was evident from lack of footprints no one had ever been in the cave before. The more we progressed, the bigger the rooms got. This is the bigger room, large enough to put the Woodford County Courthouse. That's me, flashing a strobe light. I have my camera on a tripod with the shutter open. I'd walk over there, flash again, walk there, flash again, walk there, flash flash again, on my team members having lunch. After lunch, we walked down the hallway into this massive, impressive hallway. There's me taking a selfie. It was helpful at times to have a rope. That's my hard hat with my name on the side, my name on one side, my speedological number on the other side, I guess in case they found me 100 years from now. Knee pads that were quite helpful. This room was approaching in the most scary episode ever here. In the floor, as we walked up, was a crack in the floor about 2 feet wide. As we edged up to it, look into it, we could not see the bottom with the lamp. We dropped a rock into it, base about maybe 100 feet deep. Next trip, we came back with 100 feet of rope. We left Carl McGee, my friend, top of the pit for safety. Two of us went down, no belay line, went down in total darkness because we had to turn off our carbide light because the acetylene torch in the light would cut the rope in two. While we were in the bottom of the pit, all the lights went off for Carl. He should have had two backups, maybe only one. He talked about losing direction of where the pit was, about losing the sense of time, about his sense of hearing become so acute he could hear his heartbeat get louder and louder. Charles Lindbergh talked about that same effect when he went in a cave. When he went into a cave in Kentucky, he went in the cave with Floyd Collins' brother. His brother told him, says, "You see the hole over there? Floyd, he's my brother. He tried to reach the end of that, but he ran out of time. Out of time." Lindbergh ponders that a moment, and he writes in his book, "Who knows what time it is inside this planet, shut off from sun, stars? Here time is meaningless. There's no sign of Earth's rotation, no direction, no twilight, no dawn, no day." This slide is an acknowledgement to my friend Ben Floyd, who introduced me to caving. Floyd protects rabbits. He's the only guy I know who goes rabbit hunting with a 6-shooter. With that, I'll come to the end to talk about the bones. This is Welch Cave, where we found the bones. Paleontologist from Pittsburgh entering. Not a big cave, on the left, 20 feet deep maybe. On the right, it's a team. Harold Ham on the left. Behind him, a scientist from Germany who was visiting Pittsburgh at the time. Mike in the back, me on the right. They found a peccary I have here. I thought it was dyewood, but I've lost memory a little bit when I made the slides. In a letter that they write from Pittsburgh to the university, they note the excitement about finding in this cave the best preserved dyewood skull east of the Libraire tar pits. And with that, I'll close with a discussion. Floyd Collins. Mom listened each day as the nation watched the news of Floyd Collins. He was trapped at 10 a.m. January 30th, 1925. He was trapped till the 13th when they gave up on him. They eventually retrieved his body, put it in a glass casket in Crystal Cave so that the tourists could see him. He was stolen, returned with a missing leg, and finally in 1989, he was buried for the last time at the Mammoth Cave Baptist Church. Perhaps the same cave that Charles Lindbergh attended with Homer Collins. For references, you can Google the Kentucky Cave Wars. The closing comment, now 6 decades later, I think of the case where Carl McGee lost his lights at the top of the pit. Carl was positioned there to go get help if we got stuck in the pit. With his light out, Carl was no help at all. With that, I'll end. If my voice does not have clarity, turn in closed captions. AI is a good listener. With that,